Good morning, everyone. Welcome. My name is Menachem, a creditor. It's my honor to serve as scholar in residence and rabbi for UJA Federation of New York. We bring you Torah and music, blessing, and community every weekday. We've been doing so since March 18th, 2020. It's the beginning of July, almost July 4th, 2026. It's broadcast 1,583, I believe. If Penny is here, she'll certainly let me know. What a gift it is to see all of you here broadcasting live from Jerusalem. It's not quite 9 o'clock in the morning here, but it is a beautiful way to be connected with every part of our people's heart by broadcasting from its center. Let's see who's here so we can say good morning to each other. We'll sing a bracha. We'll learn some Torah. George, nice to see you. Hope that you're well. See who else is here. Cecile, Boker Tov. Say a few more hellos, and then we'll get started. Lydia, Boker Tov, my friend. Nice to see you. Linda, good Shabbos, kind soul. Penny, nice to see you. Let's see if I got the number right. Jack, good to see you. Good morning. George, Boker Tov. Hi, Camille. Oh, you and George are here. That's wonderful. Kathleen, nice to see you too. Hope you hear the birds here in Jerusalem. Cynthia, good morning, everyone. All right, let's take a breath. We'll sing a bracha. We'll learn some Torah. Hi, Arlene. Hi, Dave. Hi, Tziona. Ya la 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 la, did ya la la la, did ya la 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 la, ay ay la la la. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah la'asok b'divrei Torah hafoch ba v'hafoch ba la'asok b'divrei Torah. Didei lai 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 lai, didei lai lai lai, didei lai 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 lai, ay ay la lai lai. So good morning, everyone. It's really good to see you. Thank you, Penny. It's broadcast 1,583. I'm broadcasting from Jerusalem. What a gift it is. And just this morning, I was blessed to have breakfast with my dear friend, the incoming CEO of UJA Federation of New York, Michael Kay. It's beautiful to be able to sit in a place that pulses with the very rhythm of Jewish life and to see the kind of healing that really is just beginning, but is beginning since October 7th. Today is 1,001 days after that. And as I shared with some others online, the stickers that are on so many surfaces here with the faces of Chayalim who have died and hostages who died, and even the Bring Them Home Now stickers, which are still here and there, and Hirsch's name all around this neighborhood where I happen to be staying, it tells you that we are a people that is only beginning to live in the after. And that's not the core of what I hope to discuss today, but to be able to sit and testify that life is moving forward. Restaurants are serving food, and light rails, elevated trains are being built. There are beautiful, beautiful things happening all around, and Jerusalem is just magnificent. There aren't words. So thank you for journeying with me and letting in some of the majesty that I can see with my eyes. The architecture, the trees, the people, and the meaning in the air, and the flowers. So this is also a monumental moment in history for the United States of America, given that this weekend will mark July 4th, the 250th anniversary of American independence. And so I'd like to channel some beautiful wisdom from my friend and teacher, Rabbi Matthew Berkowitz, who's the president of the Schechter Institutes here in Israel, and a phenomenal artist and poet and just a kind person. He wrote a beautiful comment on Parshat Pinchas, the Torah portion of this week, that I'm not going to quote, but I'll just channel. It's his wisdom, if I get it right, and if not, that's on me. In the end of Parshat Pinchas, and we discussed this just a little bit this week, there is a moment where a man named Tzlofchad dies, and he has 5 daughters. It shouldn't need to be said he doesn't have a son. But the reason why this needs to be said is because in the ancient world, certainly the world of the Torah, the rules for inheritance until this moment only includes sons. Part of why that matters, besides the matter of human dignity, which is of course the most important part, but part of why that matters is that the tribes don't yet have the lands assigned to them in the Promised Land. And every tribe's borders will be based on the households and the inheritance rules. And so if Tzlofchad's family name is erased, that impacts not only his family, but also the tribe. There's a lot written about this in the Torah, but the question that the daughters of Tzlofchad bring, and they bring it to Moses, and they bring it with ferocity, obviously with respect for the system and for the authority of tradition and of Moses, which is not the kind of rebellion we've witnessed elsewhere in the book of Bamidbar, the kind of delegitimizing attack of Korach, and the attack from without by Midian and Moab, and the sorcery attack by Balaam. This is a question from within tradition, and you can tell that the daughters of Tzlofchad, 5 human beings, are respectful of the system and pushing for growth and change. And they say, just because my father, our father, didn't have sons, his name should disappear, we should inherit too. And Moshe, this is, I say this every time I mention this story, Moshe shows the qualities of a leader. And sometimes leaders who don't know the answer should say, I don't know. And Moses asks God, what should I do in this moment? And God says, Kein dovrot bnot Tzlofchad. The daughters of Tzlofchad have spoken correctly, and daughters should inherit too in this case. And why is this so connected to the celebration of America at 250 years? Because, friends, these are days where we have questions that haven't yet been answered, because every day, every new day, is a day where new questions arise, because we're blessed to be alive in that day, and that's what it is to be alive, to sometimes have questions that haven't been answered yet, and sometimes old answers don't fit new moments, similar to the daughters of Tzlofchad saying, this is not how it should be. American history, and I'll just focus on America as I speak about this, is replete with examples of positive change, integrated school systems. For all of the complexity of making that real, why should there ever have been 2 systems of school? Women voting, equal marriage, Jews enfranchised in society. In fact, I was just reading an article about how Jewish leaders were instrumental in creating what we now call the weekend. Unions and trade groups clearly were the moving force, but there was also effort from within the Jewish community to retain Shabbat. And because of the laws that enfranchised a Christian notion of Shabbat on Sunday, some early American Jews were pushing for our Shabbat to move to Sunday to conform, and that tension was part of American growth too. We have been part of so many moments of history since, I don't know, forever. But in the 250 years so far of America's existence, we know that great changes have happened. Not enough. Not enough. And Jews have sometimes been on the receiving end of American unkindness. When refugees in the Shoah were seeking a safe shore, we were not always granted the kind of refuge that we deserved. When Jews were looking to move into neighborhoods, we were not always welcome. Things have changed, and given the fragility of this American moment, not everything for the better. But on this anniversary of American independence, 250 years, we would do well to remember the wisdom of the 5 daughters of Tzlofchad, that we have the chance to be part of something truly great, to grow and to ask new questions, and to say, this is not how it should be. and please God to be blessed with leaders who acknowledge when things are not as they should be, when they aren't yet right. So, with a cat behind me and honking in the distance as we're getting ready to welcome Shabbat here in Jerusalem, let's remember to sometimes look to Torah for how we can conduct ourselves in society these days. It's not always true. Sometimes Torah itself needs our challenges. But in this moment, the daughters of Tzlofchad in the Torah, they show us the way. To challenge the system as it is and to have faith that it can grow along with us. Happy birthday, America. May our next years as a country be blessed by wisdom, humility, and grace. That's a blessing. It's a blessing, not something we take for granted. So one more time, friends, before Shabbat, sending you love from Jerusalem. Look up at the beautiful sky with me. Send your hearts. Let's sing. Kol od balevav penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ulefatei mizrach kadima ayin letzion Sophia od lo avda tikvateinu התקווה בת שנות 2000 להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים להיות עם חופשי בארצנו ארץ ציון וירושלים. Am Yisrael Chai. See you on Monday, my friends. Happy 4th of July.